What's up guys, Bryn here, and thank you for clicking on my video. Today's video is a Blu-ray update. Yeah, no DVDs, no comic books, no video games, just good old-fashioned Blu-rays. I think do I have a 4K in here? No 4K, so yes, strictly Blu-rays today. We got a kind of a fat stack today. I know I haven't done a Blu-ray update in a while, so if I showed everything that I got since the last Blu-ray update, it'd be a lot more than this. But these are the ones I got in the last couple weeks, 3 weeks I guess. Yeah, lots of good stuff. We even got a Criterion in here, Warner Archive. We got just some Warner catalog titles. Lots of good stuff though. This is pretty much quality over quantity for the most part. There's gonna be a couple in there that you're like, I don't know about that one. But you know, art is subjective, film is subjective. You know, one man's favorite movie is another person's least favorite movie, and you know, so on and so forth. So let's get into it. Let's just start cracking. Yeah, Bryn Dwyer, Bryn Dwyer Films. Like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so first off, we got American Tail. Don Bluth. This is produced by Steven Spielberg. You know, so many creators involved with this one. I swear, it took like 5 people to fucking put this idea together. Yeah, American Tail. Is it Don Bluth's best? No, I think Secret of NIMH is his best. But this is definitely up there. I have a lot of fun with this movie. Of course, you got Dom DeLuise as the funny, zany sidekick, like he always does. You know, he played the Crow in Secret of NIMH. He played Itchy in All Dogs Go to Heaven, and then he plays Tiger in these movies. And I say these movies because, well, they made like 10 of them, but also because I bought the sequel, Fievel Goes West. I think this was one of Jimmy Stewart's last films. It's animated beautifully. I would say there's elements about it that are just as good as the first one, but it just has kind of a weaker story, and the pacing's not great. But, you know, it's still a fun time, nostalgic. I actually got the comic book recently, as you saw in my last video. Next off, we have one that is very out of print. This is Arlington Road. I found this at Half Price Books. I was like, fuck yeah, score. Super happy to find this. You got Tim Robbins and Jeff Bridges. This is a movie that was kind of polarizing for me because when I first watched it, I didn't hate it, but I hated the ending. Like, it was one of those endings where I was like, wait, what? Like, you can't end it like that. And honestly, it pissed me off so much that I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I realized, I was like, if it affected me that much, maybe there's something there. And then I thought about it more, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch it again. And from a different perspective, knowing the ending, because I did enjoy it. The acting in this movie is very good, and it's got a good, you know, a very relevant commentary today. I mean, you never know who your next door neighbors are. You know, you never know who might just be a terrorist. I don't know. You know, maybe somebody in this apartment building might be a terrorist. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully not. If anything, it's probably me. Just kidding, YouTube. Don't shut this down. So yeah, Arlington Road. Jeff Bridges and Tim Robbins are neighbors, and Jeff Bridges starts to suspect Tim Robbins of some terrorist activity, and starts to get into a rabbit hole that he can't get out of. And yeah, it's interesting, and I'm glad I found it because this goes for like $40 on eBay. I got it for $8.99, so very happy about that. And then speaking of polarizing reactions, and you know, thinking of a movie one way, you know, at a different time, and then watching it again and being like, oh wow, that was actually really good. That is Mystic River. This movie is phenomenal. You have a legendary cast. Again, Tim Robbins, and you got Sean Penn and Kevin Bacon. You got Marcia Gay Harden, Lawrence Fishburne. Tons of people are in this movie. Laura Linney. Incredible film. This one just keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time, and bunch of twists and turns. Fucking great performances all around. Chilling. You know, and it's just one of those movies that you can't look away. I mean, it's just it was captivating the whole time, and it's incredible like, it makes me think how many movies are out there that you think of one way and then you just don't watch it again because you're like, oh, that was okay, or I didn't like it. But I think more than not, there's a lot of movies out there that deserve second chances. And this movie, I'm glad I gave a second chance because when I first watched it, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought it was overrated. But I think also, this was like 10 years ago. I think it was in my stubborn phase, and I didn't want to like it, so I didn't like it. I think I've grown a lot since then. I've watched a lot of movies since then, so it just this time it hit home, and I'm glad I revisited it. Definitely check this out if you have not seen it. The score is beautiful in this movie as well. Next we have, I think this is the only one I have not seen out of the stack, or one of the two I have not seen. That is Jeremiah Johnson. I watched this with my parents when I was very young, so I technically have seen this. I remember a scene where a bear chases him. That's the only part I remember. But yeah, I mean, I heard really good things. Robert Redford, Western, so got two winning elements right there, so cannot wait to see it. And this is a winter Western, so add it to the old Western collection. Can't wait to watch that. This one, my mom recommended to me. We were watching Watership Down, based on the book by Richard Adams, and she was like, you know what another really good book is The Collector. And she was like, it's another Richard Adams book. And I was like, okay. So we watched this movie, The Collector, by William Wyler. Terrence Stamp stars in this one. And then at the end of the movie, she was like, oh, wait, no, that wasn't Richard Adams. But we watched it on the account of just watching Watership Down. So I'm glad she had that mistake because I probably would have never, or at least hadn't watched this for a long time if she didn't say that. And I'm so glad we did because this was one of my favorite watches in the last couple of years. So we got The Collector starring Terrence Stamp. He plays kind of a weird kind of nobody that wins like a bunch of money, and he buys this house and he collects butterflies, and he kidnaps this woman and basically keeps her captive until she falls in love with him. And it is just a very creepy but also beautiful thriller drama. So good. Definitely check this out if you have not seen it. The Collector. I think that was 1965, I think. Yeah, 1965. Very good movie. Definitely check it out if you have not seen that. We got another classic. We're digging a little bit deeper. We have, God, my brain just like fried for a second. You Can't Take It With You, directed by Frank Capra. This is a phenomenal film as well. About class and family, and the difference between two families from different upbringings, and just have different ideas of life. And this is just such a great movie. Frank Capra is so good at showing the difference between classes and just giving you a refreshing, humbling perspective on people in general. Jimmy Stewart is in this one. You have like Lionel Barrymore and just so many different people in here. Jean Arthur, Edward Arnold. Definitely check this out if you've not seen this. Jimmy Stewart, and he is gonna marry this girl, and so like both their families meet, and they couldn't be any more different. His family is like really like down to earth and very understanding and like kind of like okay to be weird and like very like themselves, where his fiance's family is very uptight and like very particular. And yeah, it's just a very good movie. Definitely check it out. Very funny too. Next off we have Them, which is such a fun 50s, I think it was 50s, 54 creature feature. Gotta love these kind of movies. I can't get enough of old monster movies, honestly. But this one is top tier. We got Them. It's about about killer ants, from large scale ants that invade this like kind of desert town. And another thing I'm a sucker for is like a desert setting. So this got both. And I did a VHS movie night of this one time, like a while ago. I think like 4 or 5 years ago. I think that might still be on my channel. I might have put that on private. Either way, this movie is a lot of fun. Very creepy atmosphere for when it was made, and there's a in particular scene with the little girl when she just starts screaming out the movie title, and it's pretty haunting, honestly. But definitely worth checking out if you're into those kind of movies. Next off, we have Stardust and Spiderwick Chronicles. I have not seen Stardust. I've seen the beginning of Stardust. I bought it on DVD not that long ago, and then I got interrupted for some reason. But I was loving it, and I found this double pack for $5, so I was like, not gonna regret that. And then we got the Spiderwick Chronicles, which I probably wouldn't have gotten if it wasn't with Stardust, but you know, odd double feature, but I'll take it. I think I saw that movie when it first came out. I read the books. I think the books were better, but you know, for $5, $2.50 each, I'll take it. Another double pack. This one was like $12. Still a pretty good deal. I got this brand new off of Amazon, so not a bad deal. We got the Charlie's Angels double pack, directed by Mick G. What a fucking weird name. I mean, obviously that's not his real name. And I found out that he started out directing music videos, which makes a lot of sense because these movies kind of feel like music videos half the time. Yeah, the first one I have a lot of fun with. Yeah, it's dated, but that's kind of why I like it. It reminds me of, you know, being around at that time because I was like, what, 5 when the movie came out. I remember vividly getting the DVD and watching it like right around when it came out. And just hearing that Blink-182 song, like, all the small things, and it's very nostalgic for me. And honestly, I think elements of it hold up. I think Bill Murray's really good in it, even though he didn't get along with Lucy Liu or whatever. And the action is very over the top. It's riding on the coattails of the success of movies like, you know, The Matrix and Mission Impossible and stuff like that. So I think it hits the note as much as it should. And it's just a fun time. The second one, however, has some elements similar that work, but overall, very messy movie. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I think they waste a lot of things that they could have made better. But, you know, am I not going to watch it again when I watch the first one? I probably will. It's an okay continuation, but overall, not as good of a movie. I didn't really care for it as much. Next off, we have Mouse Hunt. This is such a fun movie, and again, nostalgic as hell. I used to watch this VHS all the time as a kid, and the part when the mouse is in its little room nestling in and then gets fucking disturbed out of nowhere, that part killed me as a kid. I swear a lot of my childhood trauma stemmed from this movie. But yeah, this is basically like Home Alone if it had Laurel and Hardy instead of Marv and Harry. And it had a mouse instead of Macaulay Culkin. Yeah. So definitely check this out if you have not seen it. Gore Verbinski, just such a fun movie. We got Master Commander. This movie is epic, huge scale. Got Russell Crowe. Watched this once, I think earlier last year. Had a lot of fun with it. It's definitely a long movie, but it does not feel like it. I remember as a kid thinking this movie looked boring as hell, and then my buddy Jack Attack recommended it to me, and I checked it out, and I loved it. So definitely check that out if you have not seen that. And then we got Badlands, which I'm so glad I found this on Criterion out in the wild. I think it came out to like $19, so it's basically half off price. Really good condition too. Only difference is it wasn't shrink wrapped, it wasn't brand new, but take that away and it basically feels like it is. So yeah, we got Terrence Malick's Badlands, Sissy Spacek, Martin Sheen, based on the true story of the real life serial killer. I forgot his name. Charles Starkweather. So yeah, takes place on the killing spree that happened in real life. Got Warren Oates in here as well, and this is just such a fun, you know, kind of like Bonnie and Clyde, true romance. You know, it just has that kind of vibe, and it's just a lot of fun. Honestly, I love these kind of movies. Just kind of taking a ride with these people that you would not take a ride with in real life. So, well, hopefully not. And then next off, I just got these in the mail yesterday, so these are brand new. I got The Hidden. Warner Archive. This has Kyle MacLachlan in it. I think I watched this last year, the year before. Had a whole lot of fun watching this movie. It's great from start to finish. Kind of feels like an X-Files, almost Men in Black kind of thing. Really cool special effects for this time. I think this was what, 90, or no, this is 87. Wow. Almost has like a 90s feel to it. But yeah, very, very good movie. Definitely check that out if you've not seen that. And then last but not least, we got a double pack again. We had like 3 double packs this video. We have Mary and Max and Memoirs of a Snail. Both are heartbreaking movies in different ways. Just emotional roller coasters these movies are, no pun intended with Memoirs of a Snail. If you've seen the movie, you get the reference. Yeah, this guy, I forgot his name, I should know his name, Adam Elliott. What a great director this guy is, and stop motion animation filmmaker. Yeah, if you've not seen these movies, there's so much, I mean, they're fun, but I almost said like they're so much fun, like they're fun like some of these other movies. They're not really fun movies. They're actually very depressing, but they are great, and I think they're a good time for being a depressing time. So yeah, definitely check these out if you have not seen Mary and Max and Memoirs of a Snail. Anyway, guys, or sorry, Memoir of a Snail. I keep adding an S on there. Alright, anyway, guys, thank you for joining in. I appreciate you guys listening to me babble on about these movies. If you guys think I should pick anything else up, like maybe any recommendations to watch something, let me know. What was your favorite in the stack? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, guys, like always, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.